The best part of being in the Centennial Conference is excellence in academics and athletics in a really close setting. So when I was both a student athlete and now as a coach, we don't have to travel far to get really excellent competitors who share a lot of the same values that we do at Haverford.
I love that the Centennial Conference shares the mindset that athletic achievements and academic accomplishments aren't mutually exclusive. And I also really like the fact that it's a student-athlete centered conference. So everything we do has a student-athlete in mind first.
All of the schools hold very similar values, and there's a really great camaraderie between schools even when there should be almost a rivalry. I think that kind of environment has really fostered great competitive energy and a lot of really unique things here in the Centennial.
My favorite memory of my time in the Centennial Conference actually is my first year of competition in 2004 when I was running. And I was racing a Bryn Mawr runner named Joanna Simonis, and she was a senior. And we were going at it, indoor conferences, outdoor conferences, and she would always get me on the line, just beat me out. And so I had this big rivalry with Joanna Simonis until she graduates and writes me the nicest letter, wishing me good luck on my next 3 years at Haverford. I was really touched by this letter. It was very inspirational to me that an older runner could care about the competition and the next generation of Centennial Conference runners. And so I aspired to be like Joanna as I got older. And we didn't even go to the same schools, we went to rival schools. But that had a lasting impact on how I thought about the Centennial Conference.
Whether it's celebrating the conference championships that we've won or celebrating the fact that some of our student athletes have gone on to play professional baseball, including one who made his major league debut last year. Whatever it is, we take great pride in the fact that our student athletes do some amazing things.
I was really looking for a school that would allow me to compete both at a high level, both academically and athletically, and I think that the Centennial Conference really emphasizes the value of student athletes and getting to have a balance in everything that you do.
I chose to attend a Centennial Conference institution, in this case Haverford, because I really believed in the mission of strong academics and strong athletics. It made it so easy to come back and coach as I did this year.
Well, I've actually been a part of the Centennial Conference for all 30 years as a student athlete and an assistant coach and a head coach at two different institutions. One of the ways that it's changed is that there's so much more parity now across all sports. Years ago, decades ago, it seemed like there were maybe one or two really strong teams in each sport, but now it seems like most of the sports the Centennial Conference offers have a lot of parity within it.
I entered the conference in 2004. I'm now coaching in 2022 in the same conference, and I have seen it evolve and grow. And I'd say one of the biggest ways it's done so is in its inclusion policies. So its member institutions are really devoted to inclusion and what that looks like. At Haverford, we've had Athletics Pride Week, and that's been really exciting for us. So on all fronts, in the schools themselves and in the Centennial Conference as a greater unit, inclusion has really stepped up.
During my time in the Centennial Conference, I have got to interact with amazing student athletes from different schools, being a part of the women's basketball playoffs and the energy that is brought to those games. There's been a lot of emphasis on women's athletics, and I'm really excited to be able to keep up with that after I graduate and watch as women's athletics and mental health and just the conference as a whole continues to grow. I have really enjoyed my time here in the Centennial Conference, and I'm very sad that it's ending, but cannot wait to see what the future holds.
Happy 30th birthday, Centennial Conference.